Greetings everyone, welcome back to my channel Data Sculptor. Today we are going to see another interesting SQL question. So you have a hierarchy where employees reporting to the managers. This is the hierarchy you see. So the question is you need to find the total direct or indirect employees under a manager. So example, if you see the topmost manager A has a total count of 6 because A has B, C, D, E, F, G, total 6 employees. In that it contains both direct and indirect employees as well. And if you see employee B has 3, D, E and G. So 2 of them are direct employees and 1 of them are indirect employees. And employee C has only one F, and employee D has only one G, and rest of them have 0. So hope you all understood the question. So now let's go back to SQL Server Studio and see how to solve this. So as discussed, this is the input data. We have the manager ID and employee ID column. So where manager ID, if the manager ID for an employee is null, that means he is the topmost employee. So A is not having any managers, that's why the manager ID is null. And similarly for each and every employee, you'll have a manager ID. So from this table, we need to find the total number of direct and indirect employees under a manager. Okay. So to do these things, we always need to use a recursive CTE. So, and we all know recursive CTE is we need to one main thing which is called the anchor query. So anchor query we'll write. So based on the anchor query, we have to generate the next set of data. So select from organization chart. This is the initial data. I'll create 3 columns: employee ID, comma manager ID, comma I'll use employee ID as root manager ID. Okay. So what I am doing, I'm making sure that I'm assigning the employee ID as a manager itself. So he is a manager of himself as well. So this is the initial data I have taken, and I'll keep this in a CTE with CTE as, and I'll do a union here, union all, and select from organization chart. This is the main table A, inner join CTE B on. So what I have to do now, next with this data, what I have to do for employee ID B, manager ID is A. So I have to create one more row with employee ID B, manager ID A, and root manager ID also as A. So 8th row will be B, A and A. Okay. So to achieve that, what I have to do, I have to make sure that this organization chart is there, and this initial data is also there. So initial data, this is the organization chart. I'll make sure that A dot manager ID is equal to B dot employee ID. So when I do this, what will happen in organization chart, A dot manager ID. So for this row, manager ID is A, and for B dot employee ID, that means employee ID is A. In these two rows will be joined, and I'll make sure that this root manager ID, whatever is present in the CTE, I'll assign it to this organization chart data as well. So for that, A dot employee ID, comma A dot manager ID, comma B dot root manager ID. Okay. So when I do this, I'll make sure that I'll get the entire indirect employees hierarchy as well, direct and indirect hierarchy as well. So okay. So when I run this select star from CTE, you'll get the entire data. And now let's make an order by 1, 2. So when you do this order by 1, 2, we'll see employee ID A is having only root manager ID A, because he is not having any other managers, only himself, and for timing I'm keeping it. And for employee ID B, employee ID B is reporting to employee B, so both employee B and A are coming. And similarly for C also, A and C are coming. And for D is reporting to B, so D is reporting to B, B is coming, and B is also reporting to A, right? So DB is manager ID A is also assigned. In this way, multiple rows are created for a single row, and in the multiple rows, all the direct and indirect managers are assigned. Okay. So from this, what I will do, I will use root manager ID, comma count of 1 as CNT. and I'll use simply a group by root manager ID. and this root manager ID I'll alias it as employee ID. Okay, and simply if I run this, I'll get employee ID, for employee ID A the count is 7, and for E, F, G the count is 1. But if you know, E, F and G are the least most employees, and they don't have any employees reporting to them. So what we have to do, I'll just do count of 1 minus 1, and if I do this count of 1 minus 1, I'll get the correct list of employees reporting to each employee, directly or indirectly. So this is what the input we have shown earlier as well. So hope you have understood the solution. So main thing we have to understand how to use a recursive CTE here. So initially the anchor part, and from the anchor part how to derive the next set of data. This is the main part. So once you understand this, once you get this entire data, you can simply write a count aggregate function on top of this data. So if you like this video, please click on the like button, and if you click on subscribe button for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.